Hello again. Sitting around the house, took the garbage out and had to use my flashlight. That's something else you use a lot in traveling and everything else for emergency purposes, and well, you need a good flashlight. This one here, whenever you buy a flashlight online, you take a chance. It says it's bright, but in actuality they're really not. This one here was a pretty good buy. It was right around 30 bucks or something like that. Sofirn. It's really good light. I'm really impressed with it. USB rechargeable. It's all around good light. Not very user friendly. If you've never owned a flashlight with one touch features, as far as you hit the button as many times, it brings it into another mode. I'll explain a little bit later when I get into the directions. It has modes or moonlight and turbo. This thing is really bright. I mean, it'll start your backpack on fire. It has safety features to where the light will turn off by itself. It senses heat. When you have it on turbo mode, it'll only stay there for a while, and then it slowly dims down. You just hit the button again to turn it back on. But it's a good safety feature to have, because this light gets extremely hot. It would start your backpack on fire, or your pocket. You would definitely feel it burning. I've used it quite a bit. I've had it for a while now. Works really, really good. Voltage is 2.8 to 4.2 volts. It's a 18650 lithium-ion battery, which lithium-ion batteries are really, really good. This has a little LED indicator light on that I leave on all the time. I left it on for a week, and it doesn't even affect the battery whatsoever at all. It's aluminum, aircraft aluminum. 3.7 volt. Now this battery is impressive. It's one of the oddball batteries, but if you have the right charger, you can charge it with anything. You can either take the battery out. I use this, which I'll probably review sometime. This is a nice charger. You can charge a battery with this all day, or you use the USB, which here's the light itself. Really nice light. I don't know if you can see the green, but I turned that on. And to turn this on, it's a sequence of 6 times you push the button with it off. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that will turn off. If you do it again with it off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it'll blink. If you do it again, it'll slowly come on and slowly come off. It has a lot of different features in it. It's really bright. One thing I do like is if you hold the button down, it gets brighter. You hold it again, it's dim. And it remembers wherever you left that off. So you just turn it off, do your thing, turn it back on, it's always there. Turbo, you double it up, and this thing gets hot. I should hook up my temperature gauge and show you guys, but it gets pretty dang hot. It's bright. I just got blinded, now I can't see my camera. Nice clip. I use the clip quite a bit. It doesn't fall out of my pocket. It comes with extra seals. I didn't know where I was going to put them in case I lost them. I don't think I'll be damaging them because I don't take the battery out, so I just kind of set them there. If they last, well, they last. Built really good. It's waterproof, not for diving. You can't dive with it. But I mean, I think if you drop it in a mud puddle or you cross a creek or a ravine, I think it'll be okay. It has a little hook here. I took that off. It kept getting in the way. It's hard to use in the wintertime with gloves on. That's why I put this here. I try to feel down here with my hand, and then I know that the button's up here when I use it. Here's the battery. 3000. That's quite a bit. This is a good battery. But like I said, I can charge it. So with that USB charger. Built really good. Built really good. It's got some good weight to it. You know you got it. But the features of it are pretty impressive. I'm not going to go through all the features. There's so many of them. I actually have to. I took a picture of the directions and I saved it on my phone. But I don't use any of them. I mean, they have a beacon. You can set up a Morse code with it. There's a tactical light where you hit it only comes on for so long. There's a bunch of interesting stuff. It's definitely a nice light. Good in your hand. Works pretty good. It's tough. Put that right there. Little green light's nice too. I can find it at night if I'm camping. It's in my sleeping bag. The light's right there, hang it up. It's nice to have. I leave this on all the time and I've never had to charge a battery. I left it on for a week, 2 weeks. And then I went to charge the battery and it's still telling me that it was charged. I'll talk about charging. It is USB chargeable. It's the C. But that's a nice feature to have too. And you can plug this in, plugged into a car outlet or driving down the road, and it doesn't use this battery. It only uses what's coming off of this, but it'll charge the battery and run off of this at the same time, which is nice. But it does get hot. It's a lot of good safety features. Let's see what we got here in the book. Put that back there. It's the SC31pro manual. You really got to read it. If, like I said, if you're not familiar with one push button flashlights, then it's going to take you a little bit to get used to it. Let's see if we can get some of the specs in here for you guys. You really can't see. There we go. There we go. Distance, sensitivity, IPX underwater 2 meter, not for diving. Yeah, I already said that. Not for running time, made according to usage. Batteries and environment. Turbo is tested under temperature regulation. There's some more. There's a voltage. Battery supported. That's a huge battery. That is a packs a punch. 59 grams. That's without the battery. It's got a lot of features, so you really got to read how to use the light. Because I started messing with it and I put it in a mode and I couldn't get it back out of the mode. It adjusts the brightness up automatically when the light temperature reaches 45 degrees Celsius to keep the light from overheat. You can reset the temperature limit also. Yes, I never did that. Low voltage protection. It automatically steps down. If you have it in turbo, you'll notice if you watch it, every once in a while it'll dim. It'll start dimming. Turbo is bright. You don't really need it anyway. Operating instructions. Nice directions. It really goes into detail on how to use it. It's just once you get into that one button push, don't forget what mode you're in. Sometimes you got to push the sequence with the light on. Sometimes you have to push the sequence with the light out. It just depends on what you're trying to do with it. And here's the turbo. It really warns you about turbo. Turbo's only for short times. At around a minute, you may notice it dims very slowly. The user should use it only for short periods instead of replying on other mode regulation. To start fires, and it will start a fire. I'm almost tempted to see if I can light a piece of toilet paper on fire or something with it. But it gets hot. You can feel it in your hand. But you only need it. You don't need it a lot. On regular mode, even just turning it on, one click. That's without turbo. And let me tell you what, that's pretty bright. That is bright. And then turbo, it gets super bright. My eyes are, it's bouncing off the wall. Charge lasts forever in this thing. It really does. It's a nice light. Highly recommend it for traveling, backpacking. Here's some of the modes. This may look a little confusing. Let's see if we can get it to adjust. Your diagram, everything is covered in a diagram. Please read the text. Yeah, it's not. But here's some of the sequences you put. You can push a ramp in, where if you hit it once, instead of it slowly going up, you just tap the button, and you can pick certain brightnesses to have it, either really dim or low. There's a tactical version in it too. You can lock it out. That's 4 clicks, I believe. Read the directions, but if you hit it 4 times, the light shuts off. You have to hit the light 4 times in order for it to turn back on. I use that sometimes. That's another safety feature for if you have it in your backpack, so it doesn't turn on. Lock it right out. Bike flash, lightning storm. It doesn't really look like a lightning storm. It is kind of neat though. Tactical strobe. I use that one. Party strobe. It flashes really fast. Kind of neat. And here's your ramp configure. Click end times for level end, ceiling, turbo. You just really got to read it over and figure out how to use it. There's other YouTube channels too. I may make just a video to where to explain this many buttons does this, this many buttons does that, but I'm not going to get into that. This is just the basic. It's got smooth ramping. That's when I have it set up on. Standard ramping, that's when you hit the button a bunch of times. Bugle mode, I think that's for like ops or something. You know, there's no little about flashlights. Oh, here we go. It has reduced output to make sure somebody won't start a fire. They really warn about fires with this thing. Okay, that's so you can lock it out. And here's it tells you in Bugle mode on from off. You gotta make sure the light's off. 6 clicks to enter. Bugle mode off, 6 clicks to exit. So if you were to lock this flashlight up so it doesn't start, hit it 6 times. 1 click on, off and hold the ramp down. Electric lockout. Disable lights and renewable lockout, makes it in the pocket. Yeah. Blinkers and strobes. This light is really neat. And it's bright. It's bright. And it's nice. You can charge it USB. It's USB-C. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. It does all kinds of stuff. Beacon would be, if you're ever lost, I guess. You guys can pause it if you want, but I'm just going to temperature check. Group 2 strobes. Candle mode, which is, it does flicker like a candle. Party mode, tactical strobe, lightning strobe, thermal configuration, current room temperature, I've never used that. Jeez, man, this thing has so much. That's like a little tiny computer in there. Uses and maintenance, but yeah, that's about it. It's a nice light. I'm really impressed with it. I've had it for a while. Yes, I've dropped it. I had it taped to my shotgun, and it didn't do anything to it from shooting 3-inch mags out of it. But no, it's really a nice light. It's built well. I highly recommend this light. But you know, it really feels like it's made in America. It's not. It's China. But it's a pretty good light. That's probably a bad selling point. I'm not trying to sell it. I don't get paid for none of these reviews. I'm just doing this to help other people out. Things that I've used, that I've traveled with. I put a lot of miles on a motorcycle, camping and boondocking and roughing it. So as soon as I get this RV thing set up, I'll be showing a video of the RV. But I got antsy, like I said in one of my other videos. I just need to start doing stuff here. I've had so much stuff, and good light. Hope you liked the video. Like it, subscribe. Thank you very much. Till the next video. Have a good day.